Welcome back to the channel. Today what I'm going to be talking about basically is what is the best body weight for you. And when it comes down to being natural, there's a certain body weight you need to be if you want to present that more ripped look. Then you need to be closest as you can to the body weight that allows you to carry the most minimum amount of body fat. And that right there varies from person to person. But one thing for sure, it's not going to be a over 200 pound body weight if you're looking for that ripped aesthetic look. You're not going to be 200 pounds not being natural. So you can get that out your head, being natural. Now, once you've determined what your ideal body weight is for you, your height, then you can proceed from there and move on to basically keeping your body fat to a minimum. And one thing about that particular look is that strict diet is forever, because maintaining a low level of body fat requires due diligence to diet at all times. And without that rip look, you can forget about it. So that's pretty much it when it comes down to having that aesthetic body. And the thing about it is that the bigger that you want to become, is like I said on my last video, you're not going to have that rip look not being over 200 pounds. You might have abs. You probably can have light abs, not no detail abs, but light abs and light conditioning, but you're going to carry a certain amount of body fat in exchange for that size when it comes down to you being natural. That's just the way it is. That's just real life. And another topic I want to hit on is diet. You don't have to eat 6 meals a day, like I've said many times before, in order for you to be able to build your body up. Because a natural body, if you're going for that rip look or that more muscular look, you're not going to make it over 200 pounds. I don't care how tall you are. You're just not going to make it over 200 pounds unless you're a real tall guy, 6'5", 6'6", and then you may make it over 200 pounds, but you still have the trouble of having those thin arms and stuff like that because you're so tall. And diet. The more food you eat being natural, the more difficult it's going to be for you to maintain a muscular look. It's not like the guys that are taking steroids and stuff like that. Those guys have basically a chemical process body. Basically, they're science projects. And the thing about it is that with that extra size that they are able to gain taking that stuff, they need extra food because they're so big. They have to eat 6 meals a day because they're so big. Now, when it comes down to the natural person, 3, maybe 4 meals a day is all you'll need. But guaranteed 3. You can get away with 3. 4 meals, you're probably being a little greedy, and that muscular look, unless you're working out a whole lot more. But if you're working out too much, that's the hard part about being natural, because you can overdo easily. They say you can't overtrain, but you can overtrain being natural. You can overtrain easily. If you're going over 10 sets per body part, you're going to end up overtraining. 5 to 7, you're pretty much golden. 5 to 7 sets, 10 to 12 reps. If you're doing any more than that, you're gonna risk overtraining. And if you're staying sore for more than 2 days, you've done too much being natural. That's just the way it is. And see, this is the type of stuff that most of them are not talking about for the real natural person. There's certain things that you just can't do, and it's a lot more easier to break the body down than they lead you to believe. Because if you have a chemically helped body, then your recovery time is superior to a natural person. So you can't look at a guy that's out there using steroids and stuff like that and expect for you to be able to use his training routine, because that right there it's gonna drive you into the ground. It's gonna drive you into the ground. You're just not able to do it because you don't have that recuperative powers that they have. So just always be aware that overtraining is a reality when it comes down to being natural. And there's no way around it. There's no way around being a muscular person and you not being able to make it over 200 pounds being muscular. It's not going to happen. Like I said, you can have light abdominals over 200 pounds, but the bigger you get past 200 pounds, the more difficult it's going to be being natural for you to be able to maintain your muscularity, because you are genetically not made to be that big. Humans are what you call hunter-gatherers, meaning that in reality we have to. You coming back? Okay. Okay. In reality, you have to travel to eat. That's the way that we are designed to be. That's why we're not able to get over 200 pounds in reality, being natural. So you have to be able to move to keep up with your food, like we had to do with the buffaloes and all the other animals, because they roamed from field to field to wherever the grass was greenest, and we had to be able to keep up with them. And you can't do that being 250, 260 pounds. You can't travel that fast. So that's just the way we're made. That's what I want to talk to y'all about. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And again, I'll be talking to you later.